Okay, can we quickly take our introduction round? Is it comfortable on your parts? Geeta, can you introduce yourself? Unmute yourself first. Yes.
Good evening all. Yeah, myself Geeta here. I am from Pratham International School working as a UKG teacher. So I have experienced in the school for 9 years completely.
Wow,
Preschool
great.
teacher. Yeah, I'm so excited to just wanted to see your phonics this one session, ma'am. We are very much waiting for you. Yeah, thank you for inviting for
Nice,
this session. Thank you so much.
nice, nice. Anisa, can you introduce yourself? We are waiting.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Myself,
Good
Anisa
evening.
Ara. I'm also from Pratham International School. Geeta ma'am is
Oh,
my
nice.
colleague.
You are from
Yeah.
same school. You both are. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Nice, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, even I'm a upper kindergarten teacher, ma'am.
You are
I have
also a kindergarten.
experience of
When I meet kindergarten teachers, I share a beautiful bond with them, as I have started my journey as a kindergarten teacher only. In fact, still I'm taking sessions, so I used to be like, I can feel the zeal, whatever you are working, what the things you are going to plan for your children and other stuff now. So I can totally understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Nadeep, would you like to introduce yourself?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Nadeep
Good
Kaur.
evening.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, all of you. Good evening, ma'am. I'm also
Good
kindergarten
evening.
teacher. I have experience of
Nice.
10 years. I'm from Gyans Global
Nice, great.
from Punjab.
So we have experienced teachers, right?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay. Lynette, can you introduce yourself?
Good evening, ma'am. Myself, Anupama. I am from Pratham International School. I am teaching for nursery and I have 10 years experience. 2 years from Pratham and other schools I have. Thank you.
Nice, nice, nice.
Good morning.
Anybody else would like? Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. It's good evening, actually.
Good evening. I'm Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Yes, hello, madam. I am staying in Rajaji Nagar and I am also a teacher in VSM school, that is Vanita Seva Mandir. My work experience is 20 years and I
20
am,
years.
yes, and I am taking Montessori classes. I'm handling Montessori 1 to 2 as a coordinator.
Oh, nice, Monica ji.
Thank you.
We are glad you are here. You can you can share your experience with us.
Yeah,
And
like it is nice time to work that it is.
hope for the
Sorry.
best. Let's
Okay, fine.
thank you, Monica ji. Anybody else would like to introduce? Shall we start? I think it's almost 5:05, so let's start because we have a PPT, and in this it's quite like less hour for me. An hour, it's quite difficult to introduce all the things. Might be we are not able to cover all the stuff, but we can give the introduction regarding all about what we have in phonics or what we used to do in phonics. Okay, so quickly just let me know, can you tell me what kind of a pattern you are in your school? You are following Abacada pattern, or you are following Jolly phonics pattern, sat pin pattern? Which kind of a pattern you are following? Anisa, can you tell me, as you are taking classes, so can you tell me what kind of pattern you are following in your English classes?
playway method, ma'am.
No,
Yeah.
it's a playway method for sure, but I'm
Ma'am,
asking you are
one
following the
more thing.
traditional. I'm asking that you are following the traditional pattern, like first of all you introduce A, then you introduce B,
okay.
then you introduce C, or you work with a Jolly phonics pattern, sat pin pattern. What kind of a pattern you are following in your school?
As I follow in my school
Hello,
a
ma'am.
phonic only, apple, ball,
Hello.
cat.
Hello, ma'am.
I don't go ABCD, right? I go for phonic letter.
No, laptop
Okay,
speaker
basically you are following the avocado pattern, the traditional pattern, right?
Ah,
Yes.
Okay, okay. So in Jolly
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ
Phonics,
ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ.
we teach children
Mhm.
with certain pattern.
Okay.
With a grouping of patterns, we used to teach children. And in, I think in traditional pattern and in new pattern, the modern pattern, there is a slight difference. Basically, children used to make different words from starting only, and in traditional pattern, they have to wait till Z. After that, they are going to start the making of their words.
मत बोलो, बंद करें ना.
Okay, so let me share my PPT. First, I'll introduce myself. My name is Prachi Rastogi Singhal. I'm from Gujarat, and I'm a Jolly Phonics trainer, as well as I have my own center here uh, by the name of the Bumblebee. Over here, we are doing different kind of activities, as well as we are doing the phonics classes. And let's see the PPT. Okay, can anybody tells me what are the consonants? Meanwhile, I'm sharing my PPT. I would like to hear about consonants.
So
Except
we
the
have
A,
26
I,
letters
U,
in
remaining all are
English alphabet.
consonants.
One by one, I think you can answer. If anybody is answering, other people should be on mute. So,
DCE,
Prachi,
FGH, JKL, MNP, QRS, TVW, XYZ.
okay, these are the consonants. Okay. Now, can you tell me about the vowels? Can anybody tell me about the vowels? Which are the
Yeah,
vowels?
A,
ma'am.
E,
I
I,
owe
O,
you.
U. A,
E,
Yes,
I, O.
you are right. Okay. So, why we use CVC words? Can anybody tell me why we use CVC words in Jolly Phonics or in Phonics or in our books? We have CVC words.
Consonant, vowel, consonant.
Yes. Why? Can you tell me this thing?
Because sight words and 3-letter words, whatever we teach children, they mostly have consonant, vowel, and consonant. So that's the
Yes.
reason we consider, ma'am.
Okay. But first of all, we introduce the VC words, right? After that, we move on CVC words. Or you first of all, you introduce your CVC words from first starting only.
So 2 letters also we teach first.
Yeah. First of all, we introduce the 2-letter words. That
Yeah.
is the CV words,
Yeah,
consonant and
depends.
like vowel and the consonant. And after we move on the other things, right? 3-letter words, 4-letter words, blends, digraphs, consonants, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. So can anybody tell me the difference between letters and alphabets? What are the difference between letters and alphabets? Can anybody tell me?
Alphabets are 26, A to Z, and
Okay, and
letters mean individual letters.
what are the letters, Vimla ji? Can you tell me?
All others, like if you take individually, then it is letter, like A letter, B letter. And
Okay.
from A to Z, when we take 26 together in a set, they are called
In a
alphabet, I
set.
guess.
Yes, yes. Vimla ji, you are right. When we take, when we take a full set, then it calls alphabets. Okay. When we take a single letter like A, like C, like E, like D, so these are the letters. So I welcome you on behalf of Dr. Vikrant Singhal, Director of Mevisha Foundation. Let me give you a quick brief of Mevisha Foundation, empowering community through education, training, and opportunity. Now let's start with the things. Letters and alphabets. As you told me that letters are the single letters which we used to like A, C, D, other letters, and alphabets are the set which we started from A to Z. Okay. What do you mean by phoneme and grapheme? Can anybody tell me that what is phoneme and grapheme? Anybody would like to share? Vimla ji, can you tell me? Anisa?
मीटिंग चल रही बाहर कैमरा ऑफ करो
Vimla ji, would you like to try?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll let you. Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word. For example, I'll take map. Map is a 3-letter word, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
Is a phoneme. A is a phoneme. Phoneme. Okay, here. A single unit of a word is a phoneme. Then what is a grapheme? Grapheme is the way we write a phoneme. For example, when we want to represent the letter, when we want to represent a sound, it's a grapheme. We represent it into the slash. Okay. If you have any doubt, you just unmute yourself and ask in between the sessions. Okay. Phoneme awareness and activities. The ability to identify and manipulate individual sound, phoneme, in a spoken words. Phoneme awareness. What do you mean by the phoneme awareness? Can anybody tell me? Would like to answer anybody? What is the phoneme awareness? From where we get this phoneme awareness? Babita ji, would you like to answer? Babita ji, are you here? Find this. Yes.
Okay, may I?
Yes, Anisa. You can answer.
This side, Priyanka.
Okay. Hi, Priyanka. Sorry, I'm
Hi.
not able to see you. That's why. Sorry. Yes, Priyanka.
Okay.
You can answer.
Yeah. The ability to identify and manipulate individual sounds is in spoken words activities, like sing
Okay.
songs, whatever is written. I'm just reading it only. Encourage listening, speak slowly and use repetition, create word cards, create a print-rich environment, a spy game, word games, write together, play
Okay.
board games, and read alone.
Okay. Phoneme awareness starts from when the child is बच्चा तब से फोनेम अवेयरनेस लेता है. ओके. फोनेम अवेयरनेस हम घर पे भी देते हैं. हम हिंदी की फोनेम अवेयरनेस देते हैं घर पे बेसिकली. इंग्लिश के सिर्फ when the child is born in a Christian family, or nowadays parents are more aware about the language, so they used to give the awareness. Okay, they used to talk with them in English language. They used to listen their things and whatever. When we are talking, it's also a phoneme awareness. Okay. So with the different activities, we used to go with the phoneme awareness in our KG sections. Okay, sing songs. We used to sing different kind of a songs. We used to encourage the listening things. For example, we used to play different kind of audios of sounds, animal sound or something like bird sound. Any sound you can take, the letter sound also, any sound you can take, and this will encourage the listening things. Speak slowly whenever you are speaking with a child. Okay, be on his level first, then start speaking. If you will speak with a child with and you will use the repetitions, then definitely you'll giving him or her a phoneme awareness. For example, I'm talking with my child and I'm using different words for I'm using stop, I'm using say, I'm using cry. Don't do this. Or if I'm encouraging him to say something, okay, say, I want to listen to you. These are the encouraging listening activities as well as the speaking activities. Speak slowly and use repetition. With the help of repetition, they can go ahead with the you can memorization. After that, they can easily go with the phoneme awareness. Create word cards. If you can create a word cards, for example, you use different kind of like mat, hat. These words you used to use in your phonics, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
You used to use these kind of words, A family words, O family words, I family words, U
Yes,
family
yes.
words, E family words. So make a word card so that they can read with their two fingers. Okay, encourage them to read the words. Create a print rich environment. For example, if the child is entering inside the room, okay, so at that time, whatever he can see, she can see. So if you tag with that, if you, for example, you have a smart TV in your classrooms, okay, smart boards, so you can tag that thing, smart board. Display board, tag that thing, display board. Tag the fan, or you can tag the door also. At the same time, you can tag various things. Racks are there, chairs are there, tables are there. You can, uh, for example, I have when I visited some one school over there, in a classroom they have the 5 tables over there. So on that, on each table they have marked it, table number 1, table number 2. So children used to recognize this thing. With a print rich environment, they can read their table number. In fact, I spy game, you can just do this spy games also. You can do the spy flashcards with a spy game with flashcards with pictures. So you can have a sensory bin or something like a tub in which you can have some shred papers, or you can have some rice, or you can have some dal in it. Okay, or you can put some sand also in it. So in that, you just put a few alphabets or few flashcards in it, and they can just spy it. They can just take out it and read the word, or read the you can take out the letter and let me know which letter it is. Okay. Word games, for example, we used to play a word games in our phonics class. Let for example, I have given you one word, mat. So Priyanka, can you tell me a word starting from T? Can you
Tap,
give me one word?
tap,
Yeah, starting from T.
Yes,
Hello?
from T, and it should be 3-letter word.
tap, tap, or
Tap.
tap.
Yes, tap.
I said
So
top. Yeah.
yes, tub. So another
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
give the word starting
Oh,
from bird. Okay. So this kind of a game you can encourage children so that their vocabulary can be enhanced in this thing. Their thinking skills are developed. They can go ahead with memorization also. Key first
yes,
word is done.
done.
So now I have to do. I have to tell the word from the last sound. Okay, and encourage children. Number of times we used to ask the children, yes, what is the rhyming word? You can ask them. For example, we have can का राइमिंग वर्ड हमने उनसे पूछा, बट बस वहीं पे हम लोग स्टॉप कर देते हैं उनको. बट उनको पूरा वर्ड बोलने दीजिए आगे की. और कैन, मैन, टैन, पैन. Let them complete the word series. Okay. Then write together. I don't know whether you are following basically you are following this cursive writing pattern, or you are following the print rich pattern. Which pattern you are following in your school?
We follow both the pattern, madam. For Montessori 1 and 2, we go for print, and for Montessori 3, we go for cursive writing.
Okay, okay. For example, I think for LKG you are doing the
Print.
cursive writing pattern, right?
Yeah, LKG end of the year, no, we go for cursive. So when they come to UKG, they will start writing cursive writing.
Okay, okay. So our children are writing the cursive writing perfectly.
No, no, we give them this one tracing. We give them tracing, no? So they will
Great.
follow the end of the year tracing, and then when they enter the school on the month of June, starting will be little difficult, but afterwards they will catch up by in the month of July.
Okay, okay. Because cursive writing used to in occupational therapy, we didn't promote this thing cursive writing. We always go for the print rich things. whatever the print rich things are there. For example, math is written in a simple way, so we used to go with that way only. Otherwise it's like it's quite difficult for people to go with the this cursive writing things. Is it so, or like you make them practice a lot so that they can go ahead with that part easily? Priyanka or Anisa, can you answer this? Anupama, you can
I
answer.
don't have any
Unmute
Yeah,
idea.
you
yourself.
said Priyanka.
Ma'am, printing it is easy for them, but when they practice only for printing, when again when they wanted to go for cursive, it will be difficult. So first let them
Yes.
start the strokes with tracing, then they can go for cursive. Cursive when they start, printing will be easy. When they start with printing, then go to cursive, it is difficult for children to go up.
Okay. So right together will be the phoneme awareness thing. Play board games. You can have some board games. You can order some board games also. You can make some board games also, and then you can play with the play with different activities. Read aloud. Read aloud is very much important in phoneme awareness. You have small readers, or you can have some small books. So according to that, you can read the stuff, and children can easily understand the things, and children can easily start reading. Initially, after doing the SATPEN, we start the read aloud things. Okay. Levels of awareness. Identification of phoneme. First of all, child should identify the phoneme. Child should identify each and every letter of the sets of alphabets. Okay. If the child is doing, I think in nursery and in playgroup, you used to give the cards or flashcards like this. Let me stop the sharing. This kind of a flashcards you used to I used to do in my phonics class. I don't know flashcards you are following in your what pattern you are following in your class. Can anybody show me if you have, or if you want to share, you can share also what kind of a you are using flashcards. I'm using this kind of a flashcard for my classes. These are the flashcards we used to use with a single image. Then I used to use this also. I use this also in my class. This is a diaries, small diaries, and these kind of a flashcards we use so that child can easily understand what letter we are talking about and what is the sound. Identification is most important. It is the basic of phoneme awareness. Okay. So let's get back to our PPT. Okay. Identification of phonemes. Then we come upon the blending of phonemes, that I'm talking about VC words, two-letter word. Okay, ab. You can have up. This kind of a words. With the vowels, we used to blend the consonant. After this, we are going to introduce the three-letter words. After introducing three-letter words, we also teach segmentation of phonemes. For example, you can take a word cat. So k, a, t. We have three sounds in it. So segmentation. Child can segment the sounds. Then we have the deletion of phonemes. For example, I want to delete first uh, first consonant from cat. So I would like to place H over there. H, had, H, a, t. Child can easily replace the first consonant. Okay. Then we have the addition of phonemes. Then 4-letter words. After doing this much, then we introduce the 4-letter words. Then we have the multiplication of phonemes. Children used to do these things with different kind of activities. They used to do the games. They used to do this in Scrabble also. We used to make them play Scrabble, and in Scrabble they used to do all these stuff. Then comes our phonological awareness. First, we used to do the phonemic awareness, and then after we introduce the phonological awareness. In this, it is the ability to recognize and manipulate the spoken part of the sentence word. For examples, being able to identify words that rhyme. We over here we introduce the rhyming words. For example, you can take cat, mat, hat, pat, tap. These kinds of words where last words are same, you can take the rhyming words. Recognizing the alteration. Here we children used to alter the words. Children used to make their words with the last words. Okay, the last sound is same, and then they used to add on their words, add on their letters in the words, and then they used to make a new word for us. Then now comes, what do you mean by the phonics? Can anybody tell me that what is phonics in an easy and simple way? Anybody would like to say anything or ask?
Sound of letter.
Sound of
Letter
letters. Okay.
sounds.
Letter sounds. Anybody else would like to share?
Yeah, when we start,
Yes, when we start.
we start pronunciation, or like only the first thing we start when we start reading. The first thing we pronounce is the phonics one.
Pronunciation, okay. And other terms?
Yeah.
Okay, Priyanka, nice attempt. Anybody else would
Thank
like
you.
to say?
Okay,
Priyanka, would you like to say? Would you like to tell us what is phonics?
Ma'am, phonic involves matching the sounds of spoken English with individual letters or a group of letters.
Okay.
Phonic means the sound of a particular letter.
Yes, phonic means sound of letters also. Nice.
I'm correlating the letters with the.
Yes, correlating the letters to make a word, right? You want to say this? Or connecting the letters, you can say. Okay, I'll let you know. Phonics is a means of teaching reading in which the association between letters and sounds are emphasized. In phonics, we promote reading part. After doing the sounds, after doing the letters, we comes on the reading part. Phonics help us in reading parts, phoneme, graphemes, correspondence, and sound symbol association. If child is clear about the letters, if child is clear about the sounds, so he can easily make a word, he can easily make a sentence from a word. After making a sentence, he can easily go ahead with the reading part. Okay, for example, we take a small sentence. The cat is on the mat. Here, child can easily read the sight word. Child can easily read the 3-letter word. Child can easily go with the fluency of the sentence. The cat is on the mat. So here we are developing or enhancing, you can say, reading part. It's a basically means of teaching. Okay, does phonics help? Yes, definitely. Phonics, it gives us the tools. Phonics is a bag basically. In a bag we have lots of activities. We have a multisensory activities, we have reading activities, we have different kind of a books in phonics. So with the help of this stuff, child can easily memorize, child can easily read, A child can easily write, child can easily speak well. It helps in fluency also. Phonics gives us the tools we need to learn thousands of words without depending upon the memorization. If child is able to do it, if the child is able to read the words, for example, letters. If child is able to, child is very much clear about the letters. Okay, so then he can make a word. He don't need to learn he don't need to basically learn the spellings of the words. He can easily make, while recognizing, he can make the word. He can write the spelling very well with the help of phonics. In level 4 we used to do all these things. In level 1, okay, I'll let you know about the level 1 and level 2 and level 3. Just remind me, okay? After completing this PPT, I'll let you know these things, that what we are going to cover in our sessions, upcoming sessions. Now, the 5 components of the reading. Okay, phonological awareness, phonics, then we come upon the fluency, then we come upon the vocabulary. After that, we used to come upon the text comprehension. Okay, in reading we used to follow this kind of a pattern. First we do the phonological awareness. First we make them learn the letter sounds and other stuff. Then we come upon the phonics, like CVC words or something like this. We used to make the 2-letter word, 3-letter word, 4-letter word, and we used to go for the beyond that also, 5-letter words, big words. Then we come upon the fluency, how the child is reading that word, how the child is reading that word in sentences. After that, we used to ask them for more vocabulary. For example, you can ask for the rhyming words. According to that, we used to for rhyming words, we use rhymes also, rhymes introduction. We use different stories also in this pattern. So according to that, we used to follow. Then we have a text comprehension. We used to do the comprehension. In picture, they used to see the picture and they used to tell us about the picture. They use small sentences, they use small phrases. After that, we start reading the text comprehension. Okay, for example, the cat is on the mat, the cup is on the mat. This is the text comprehension. The child used to read all this stuff after doing the program. Now, the 5 basic skills in the program, what we have in the program: learning the letters. We have 44 sounds. Okay, then we have the letter formation. Then we used to go with the blending part. Then we used to identify sounds in the word. We used to do the segmentation. Then we used to tricky words. In tricky words, what we do, we use this pattern: look, copy, then cover, write and check. First you look the word, then you copy down the word. After copy down the word, just cover it, then again write it, and then check it whether the word is right or wrong. Okay, so what kind of a pattern you are following in tricky words? Can you tell me? Can anybody would like to share? Priyanka, would you like to share what kind of a pattern you are following in your school?
No, actually, I'm not this pre-primary teacher. So I'm just listening, and I'll try to follow. That's all. I don't have much idea on this type of things actually.
Okay. Anisha, would you like to share what kind of a
Blending.
pattern you're following for tricky
Ma'am,
words?
using phonics only, like blends are there, then add up the other phonics, make a word. Letter formation, blending.
Okay. But tricky words are something like sight words. You can say the, on, or you can have different words in tricky form. Na? They have the 4-letter words, 3-letter words, tricky
Yeah.
words, which are not connecting with their sounds. I'm asking about that.
Not connecting with the sounds.
Yes, sight words basically.
Okay, sight words usually we don't teach with phonics, ma'am. Sight words are like directly spelled, so they have to
Okay.
recognize it like 2 letter, 3 letters words.
Okay. Okay.
So when there is a child feels difficulty, then we will make them say the spelling. Then phonics, every sight word phonics doesn't apply, ma'am. Some words
Yes, you are right. Every time
Like
phonics rules
th
doesn't
the
apply. Huh.
th the if we say phonics, three sounds are completely different here. So some sight
Yes,
words
yes.
phonics doesn't help.
Yes, you are right. You are right. So there are the 7 groups of phonics. In 7 groups of phonics, we used to cover Satwin method. Then on group number 2, we have k, a, h, r, d. According to this pattern, we used to follow in phonics classes. Okay, in schools, still tradition pattern is going on. They used to introduce first A, then B, the sounds also simultaneously. But in phonics classes, we used to encourage this kind of a pattern because this is the jolly phonics pattern, which is prescribed, which is given by the trainers. Okay, which is given by the educators who used to do the phonics in their classrooms. As well as many schools are following this kind of a pattern. Franchisee schools, or different kind of a big schools are also following this kind of a pattern, where children used to make the words from starting only. For example, like in this only, when I'll complete my first group, my child can make at least 40 words from this only. From Satpin only, my child can make the word. Okay, what should be followed? If you are following your traditional pattern, also if you are following your jolly phonics pattern, if you want to introduce your jolly phonics pattern in the classroom, what you have to do? You have to first of all show the flashcard to the child. For example, I have this flashcard and I am showing it to children that this is a W fresh card. W says wa, wa, wa. See my mouth? Wa, wa. So this kind of a letter sound we used to do. After this letter sound, we used to go with the storyline also. After each and every, behind each and every flashcards, we have the story written. Or you, in Jolly Phonics, we have a different kind of stories. With the help of story cards, we used to introduce the letters. In that story, first of all, child can see different kind of pictures. For example, we have you can take letter A. With the in letter A, they can see the aeroplane also, they can see the apple also, they can see the apricot also. In that story card, they can see the ant also, and they can see different kind of a things, anchor, arrow. They can see all the things in one flashcard. Okay, and the story is related with all the things. The story is going to cover all the things in that card. Okay, after that we have the action and rhyme. Every letter is having an action, every letter is having a rhyme. Then we have a vocabulary flashcards. Vocabulary flashcards are different with the storyline. Okay, in that vocabulary flashcards, we have the words starting from a letter. We have this in vocabulary flashcards. We have number of vocabulary flashcards, so the child can see that yes, that apple start from a, apple, anchor. These are the pictures which are put it in the vocabulary flashcard. Then we have the letter formation. You can use letter formation. You can Although now we used to do the things with the Montessori method, now we are using the multi-sensory method. Now we are not using that slate and chalk method, or the writing, started writing in copies only, notebooks only. We use different kind of a pattern. First we do the air formation, then we used to suji tray formation, then we have like sensory tub. In the sensory tub, they used to do the formations. Then they used to do the formation on walls also. They used to trace the letters. Different activities are done by the schools, or by in phonics also we have different activities, number of activities for letter formation. After doing the letter formation, after completing all these stuff, then we come upon on the extension activities. And every activities used to take a 1 day. Okay, don't do in a single day. Okay, now I am introducing the letter also, I am introducing the sound also, I am introducing the story also, and I am giving the action also. And after 5-10 minutes I can go with the vocabulary flashcard also. No, Don't do this thing. If you want to cover a letter, please take a week time or a 5 days time. Give a 5 days time especially, because child needs to memorize the things. Child needs a repetition. When you will do the repetition, they can easily go ahead with this kind of a stuff. They can easily make 3 letter word, they can easily make 4 letter word. But give time in starting. Okay, don't do the things like abhi a bhi complete kara diya humne, abhi b bhi complete kara diya. Don't do this thing. Take at least 3 days. If you don't have in your lesson plans, or if you don't have enough flows, like you don't have much number of days, much number of working days, so please give at least 3 days time to a letter. Okay. In extension activities, you can do the dice activity. You can create a dice with the alphabets, with the vowels, and you can encourage the child to see where the letter is, where the capital letter is, where the small letter is. For example, I have this kind of a sheet, alphabet sensory bin. In this, I used to cut out all these flashcards and I used to put it inside the bin. Okay. Where I have to keep shredded paper. In that only I used to put all these stuff. Okay. Then I will ask child, okay, find letter A. I'll show the image first. Then in his mind there is an image that this is the letter A. I need to find this flashcard. Okay. After this, child can easily do this extension activities. Or you can have this kind of a child can make a alligator. From A, child can easily make an alligator. Or you can have this pom pom activity. I have this kind of a sheet. So in this sheet, child is putting pom pom on the dots. So there will be a tracing activity after this. Then child can put whatever the vocabulary you are giving to the child. For example, alligator, apple, ant, aeroplane. So child need to put the flashcards on that. These are the few extension activities, and when you go with the course, you'll definitely go we will give you number of activities so that you can implement that in your classroom. In the phonics program, what we used to do, we used to do blends. Initial blends you are going to learn. You are going to learn the final blends. You are going to learn the digraphs. You are going to learn the short and long vowels, R controlled things, magic E, diphthongs, digraphs, alternative vowels spellings. You will get all this stuff in this program. If you have any query, you can unmute yourself and ask. Vimla ji, would you like to ask? Yes, Priyanka.
One thing, is it advisable to teach a child both the small letter and capital letter together, or one
Yes.
after another? First we'll finish.
No. Introduce both the letters at the same time, capital letter also and the small letter also, because a child should
Together.
need to know that yes. Just wait for 1 minute. I'll show you one flashcard. See here, child can easily see this is also a and this is also a. Okay.
Okay.
This is the capital A. You can say this thing. This is the capital A. This is the small a. When we used to write capital A, we used to write like this. And every time make them do this kind of an activity. Just write with the fingers. Okay. So that they can trace. Just do the tracing activity so that they can make an image in their mind. For example, आप जब आटा करते हो, आटा गूंथते हो ना, हम आटा करते हैं ना रोटी के लिए, तो हमारे माइंड में वो सूखा आटा होता है, ठीक है. लेकिन जब हम उसको नीड करते रहते हैं, वो ऐसे डो हो जाता है. हमारे माइंड में उसकी एक इमेज होती है ना.
Yes.
एक इमेज होती है ना पहले से कि इस तरीके का आटा होता है, इस तरीके का डो होता है. तो लाइक द सेम विद द चाइल्ड आल्सो. बच्चे को आप पहले इस तरीके से अगर दिखाओगे, ठीक है, तो उसको पता चलेगा ना कि एक ही इमेज होती क्या है। देन अ सिंपल एक्टिविटी, आपके पास इतना सब कुछ रैपर्स होता है, न्यूज़पेपर्स आते हैं, ठीक है, इतना हमारे पास अमेजोन का पार्सल आता है, उस पे लिखा होता है ना ए अमेजोन, पूरा स्पेलिंग लिखा होता है अमेजोन का, उसमें से कितने नंबर ऑफ लेटर्स हैं जो बच्चा रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकता है ना।
ओके।
आपको प्रिंट रिच एनवायरनमेंट देना है बेसिकली। ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कहीं भी जाते हो आपको होर्डिंग्स दिखते हैं, बैनर्स दिखते हैं, आप बच्चे को पूछो, उसमें से लेटर्स पूछो, उनकी साउंड्स पूछो, तो बच्चा बताएगा, बिकॉज उसको मेमोराइजेशन उस चीज का हो चुका है, आपने उसको स्टिमुलेशन दे दिया है। आपका काम है स्टिमुलेशन देना, ठीक है। अगर आप उसको स्टिमुलेशन देते हो, पहले बच्चे को अच्छे से स्टिमुलेशन देते हो, तो वो कभी भी ए नहीं भूलता। आज तक एक बात बताओ, आप अच्छा मेरे को आप टीचर्स एवरीबडी हैज रेड दिस ABCD, हमने कब पढ़ा था? प्ले ग्रुप में पढ़ा था ना अनीसा, हमने प्ले ग्रुप में पढ़ा था ना, अनुपमा पढ़ा था ना हमने A to Z। रजनी मैम आप मुझे बता सकते हो? हमने लर्न किया था ना वो सॉन्ग, ठीक है, वो आज तक याद है ना हमें? कैसे याद है? क्योंकि हमारी टीचर्स ने हमें इतने अच्छे से स्टिमुलेशन दिया था उस टाइम पे कि हम उस चीज को भूल ही नहीं सकते हैं। ठीक है विमला जी, आप एक बात बताइए, आपको आई थिंक नंबर ऑफ टीचर्स नो दिस राइम, ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार।
यस मैम।
ठीक है, आज भी हम वही चीज पढ़ा रहे हैं। अभी I went to one school and they were teaching this rhyme only to their children, and children were doing the with actions also. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. They are doing this. तो बच्चों को हमें सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं है, स्टिमुलेशन देना है हमें। जितना हम उनको सेंसरी स्टिमुलेशन देंगे ना, जब भी आप कोई भी लेटर पढ़ाते हो क्लासरूम में भी, I'll request you, please call the children and ask them, okay, now trace it on board. If you just write the word, if you write the letter on board, let them do the things, let them trace the things with you, let them make the air formation. In upper KG or in in upper KG and in junior KG, I know it's very difficult. ठीक है, हम बच्चे को एक एक करके नहीं बुला सकते, बट वहां पे हम क्या करा सकते हैं, हम वहां पे पिक्चर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन करा सकते हैं, हम वहां पे उनसे टू सेंटेंसेस की रीडिंग करा सकते हैं फ्री टाइम में। ठीक है, अब टाइम आपको निकालना है अपने हिसाब से, टाइम आपको मैनेज करना है कि बच्चे को मुझे कैसे अपने CBC वर्ड सिखाने हैं, किस तरीके से मुझे अपने बच्चे को 4 लेटर वर्ड सिखाने हैं, किस तरीके से मुझे अपने बच्चे को 5 लेटर सिखाने हैं, या ब्लेंड कैसे सिखाने हैं। ठीक है, if you'll opt for a program, so then you'll definitely get all these stuff. We'll provide you the set pattern what we are following in phonics. In fact, you'll get all the storylines also. Every alphabet has a story. When you start with the blends, you have different kind of a vocabulary list with you, then you can go ahead with that part. Okay, all these things are included in that program. Yes, Geeta ji, you were raising your hand. I think you have a question.
Yes ma'am. Ma'am, in our school we do is that like we trace the children on their back with the letters, and we may make them to trace on the air also.
Yes.
So we do the mirror image, so they will follow the correct pattern, ma'am. Though we are doing with the right hand.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Geeta ji, here I would like to correct you. Sorry,
Yes,
I'm correcting you here. But mirror image is something different. Mirror image होती है B और D की, जहाँ बच्चे उल्टा लिखते हैं। ठीक है, आप बच्चों को मिरर इमेज ना करा करके, आप जैसे बैक पे उनके लिख रहे हैं ना, तो बच्चों को प्रमोट कीजिए कि वो आपके साथ ही लिखे।
यस मैम, यस मैम।
ठीक है, तो उसको मिरर इमेज नहीं कहते। हाँ, मिरर इमेज हो गया जो बच्चा उल्टा लिखता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल J में बच्चे बहुत मिरर इमेज बनाते हैं, ठीक है, D और B में बहुत बनाते हैं, इनफैक्ट A में भी बहुत बच्चे बनाते हैं, C में बनाते हैं। तो वो लेटर क्या होता है, वो लेटर उल्टा लिख देते हैं।
यस मैम। No ma'am, that is what, like when I stand opposite to you, I do it with my left hand. So the child does with the correct right hand. The child does with the right hand. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
हाँ, तो आपको आप बच्चे के साथ भी खड़े हो सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि
Yes,
आपको बच्चे के सामने ही खड़ा होना है हर टाइम पे।
हाँ मैम।
आप बच्चे के सामने नहीं खड़े हो सकते, आप बच्चे के साथ खड़े हो सकते हैं और उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन दीजिए, गिव द इंस्ट्रक्शन टू द चिल्ड्रन बिकॉज दे यूज्ड टू फॉलो दैट। अगर बच्चा लिखे, फर्स्ट पैटर्न हम क्या करते हैं, लिसनिंग स्किल्स एनहांस करते हैं, उसके बाद बच्चा स्पीकिंग स्किल्स पे जाता है, फिर उसके बाद हम लोग रीडिंग कराते हैं, देन हम सबसे लास्ट में राइटिंग जाते हैं। ठीक है, LSRLSRW used to follow this pattern in the phonics thing। आपको बच्चे को सबसे पहले सुनाना है, उसका वॉइस सुनाना है, उसका साउंड सुनाना है लेटर का। ठीक है, उसके बाद आपको क्या करना है, स्पीक कराना है, उस बच्चे को बोलना है कि अब बोलो मेरे साथ, और फिर उसके बाद आपको लास्ट में जाकर के उसे रीडिंग कराना है, फिर राइटिंग कराना है। सीधा हम राइटिंग इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं करते ना नर्सरी में, प्ले ग्रुप में। इनफैक्ट when I went to one school and over there they are doing this pattern, they are doing the CVC words, and what teacher was doing, teacher was first reading the word, then she was following the phonics pattern, only half phonics pattern you can say, because they are not allowed to do this sad pin pattern because they are following the traditional pattern. So what they were doing, they were like, she was putting the dots under the every letter they are putting the dots so that they can representing the sound. So she was doing the segmentation also at the same time, and it's very good thing because your child should need child should need to know this thing, that what is segmentation। अगर मैं इस साउंड को अलग पढ़ूंगा तो इसका क्या, इस लेटर को अलग पढ़ूंगा तो इसका क्या साउंड है, उसको पता होना चाहिए बच्चे को। ठीक है, बट अगर मैं इसको कंबाइन करूंगा, इसको ज्वाइन करूंगा, इसको ब्लेंड करूंगा तो इसका क्या साउंड बनेगा, तो बच्चे को ये चीज पता होनी चाहिए। यस मेघा जी, यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन आई थिंक। Anybody else would like to ask some question, or if you have some query you can ask, or you can ask in group also at the same time. Yes Krishna, Krishna
I have
Nagar.
one more.
Yes
Hi ma'am, Krishna. Good evening ma'am.
Good evening
ma'am,
Krishna.
actually take a workshop by Karadi Path. I hope you heard
Karadi Tales you have taken?
Karadi Path is a particular like a school group जिसमें वो they send their book and all. What they said is कि the phonics are not very important. We are taking shortcuts. These are the shortcuts to teach children how to read. When we are kids, we never use phonics, and I feel he's right actually. When I was a kid, when I was in KG or in LKG, the teachers never teach us the phonics. And you know that we all are able to read the words, right? So is it that important to teach a kid phonics?
Okay, I'll answer your query. First, you understand this thing कि हमने मतलब हमारे टीचर्स ने हमें phonics नहीं सिखाया था. I am totally agree with this point. I totally agree, कृष्णा जी. But क्या आप ये आपको नहीं लगता कि आप spellings इतनी जल्दी लिख सकते हो? आपको टाइम लगता होगा ना स्पेलिंग लिखने में? लगता है ना टाइम, क्योंकि हमने phonics नहीं सीखा, हमने वो चीज साउंड्स की, हमने लेटर्स की, साउंड सीखी ही नहीं। अब मैं आपको अगर फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको एक बिग वर्ड दे दूं एम्बुलेंस, आपको 2 सेकंड माइंड में ना कनेक्ट करने में लग जाएगा कि एम्बुलेंस लिखना कैसे है। और अगर मैं वही चीज अपने बच्चे को दूंगी ना फोनिक्स, जिसने फोनिक्स कंप्लीट किया होगा वो 1 सेकंड में लिख देगा। रीजन, उसको साउंड्स पता है, वो ब्लेंड भी कर सकता है, वो सेगमेंट भी कर सकता है। ठीक है, उसको डायग्राफ्स भी पता है, उसको डिप्थॉन्स भी पता है, उसको सब कुछ पता है, और उसको स्पेलिंग लर्न करने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर आप फोनिक्स का प्रोग्राम पूरा लेते हो, आई डोंट नो कि उन्होंने आपको कौन से लेवल तक का प्रोग्राम दिया है, बिकॉज वी हैव 3 लेवल्स। ठीक है, इन 3rd लेवल वी ओनली टीच चिल्ड्रन हाउ टू मेक द स्पेलिंग्स। वी डोंट टीच इन 3rd लेवल कि इसका साउंड ये है लेटर का, ये वाला लेटर आपको इस तरीके से लिखना है। वी डोंट टीच दिस काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग। तो ये आपका क्वेश्चन में ही आपका आंसर था कि हमारे टीचर्स ने हमें नहीं सिखाया है फोनिक्स का, लेकिन हम फोनिक्स में पीछे हैं, इसीलिए सिर्फ इसीलिए पीछे हैं, इसीलिए हमें टाइम लगता है चीजों को करने में, इसीलिए हम नहीं कर पाते हैं, जल्दी से ग्रैब नहीं कर पाते चीजों को, अपॉर्चुनिटी को ग्रैब नहीं करते। बट आप अपने में और आपके बच्चे में डिफरेंस देखोगे, ये चीज आप किसी जूनियर केजी के बच्चे से मिलोगे ना, वो आपको 3 लेटर वर्ड 4 लेटर वर्ड रीडिंग के साथ बता सकता है, हम रीड नहीं कर पाते थे। आजकल के बच्चे ना टेक्स्ट रीड करते हैं बहुत जल्दी, फोन में दे कैन ऑपरेट मोबाइल फोन इन अ सच अ इजी वे कि हम भी नहीं कर सकते। तो ये चीजें ना देखिए, every trainer is having a different perspective, every educator is having a different perspective. I am respecting that, I have a certain respect with that pattern. Just wait a minute, I have to take an urgent call. uh,
Excuse me, ma'am.
I mute yourself. Everybody, please mute yourself.
Ma'am, I'm unable to unmute. Ma'am, please mute my mine, ma'am.
Okay, I'll mute you.
Yes.
I'll mute
Yeah,
you.
thank you, ma'am.
Okay, if you take this phonics program now, we'll definitely go ahead with different kind of a things. You can say you'll get the study material also, what you need to follow, which kind of a books you need to follow. I know it's like if you are following the traditional pattern in the classroom, just follow that pattern. I don't say ki you just follow jolly phonics pattern, but you can add the things. For example, you can add new, but you can add new vocabulary, you can add different activities, or you can add different kind of a things in it. Okay, just do whatever you are doing. I'm not the right person to change the things, but I can add on the things whatever we are doing in the school. Anybody else would like to ask something or have question, so can ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
So usually 26 letters, 26 sounds we teach for upper kindergarten. So like there are
Yes.
44 extra, those things, how to introduce?
See,
Because some are like critical, ma'am. Will
yes,
children
it's
be able
quite
to understand that?
yes, you are right. It's very critical to introduce all 44 sounds.
Yeah.
We have different levels. In level 1 we introduce the basic sounds, in level 2 we introduce the other sounds. Total we have the 44 sounds altogether. We introduce 42 sounds. 2 sounds are for the educators, they are not for the children. Okay, because they are not coming in the use. Basically they have the less words. So this is something like you can have, or you don't need to teach all the 44 sounds together. You can just divide it. You can introduce some in nursery and some in LKG and UKG. It totally depends upon your school, what kind of a program they are following. And it's not difficult. It's totally not difficult. It's like when you do the things with the activity, with number of activities, they are more clear about the stuff. Okay, they are more clear about the sounds. If they are clear about the basic sounds, though, they can do the digraphs also, they can do the blends also, they can do the diphthongs also.
Okay.
And in 44 sounds we have a combination of all these. Okay, so I think can everybody switch on their cameras for 2 seconds so that we can click a photograph. Vikrant sir, can we take a photograph?
Yeah, sure.
So please take a photograph so that we can just have a glimpse of our session.
Yeah, done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So I think it's nice to meeting you all, and we are, waiting for your response for a proper phonics session. So if you are interested, you can send a thumbs up, or you can send your just send your feedback first, and just mention your email ID also, so that we can send your certificates on that email ID. Okay. And if you are seeking for a program, so we are launching a program soon. So after launching our programs, you can enroll in it, and you can have a lots of a variety of number of activities you'll get over there. You will get the teaching pattern also, and you will get all the stuff over there. So please, if you are looking for this program, you can enroll in our program. Okay.
Ma'am, where to mention the email ID, because I'm not able to open the chat here.
Okay. You need to open this in group. Okay, you need to text it in our group only, which we have made on WhatsApp. Here you need not to type, or here you need not to send. Okay.
Okay, in WhatsApp group, I should mention my email ID, ma'am.
Yes, with the feedback. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye, ma'am.
you can see me. Okay. Bye, Suman. Bye, Hansha. Bye, Priyanka. It's nice to have a good interaction. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.